I'm Kelley, and I'm a senior at Columbus North. I think I like the outdoors because there's so much you can do in the outdoors, and it's always gonna be there for you, and there's always new stuff you can find, and different adventures you can go on, and different sports you can do with nature. I don't ever want to get to be a boring adult. I want to be 60 years old and wakeboarding out with my son, with my maybe grandson. It's I see something that seems really off the wall, and oh my gosh, no one would ever do that. That's stuff you only see in the movies or on TV, and then do it. Like spring break, we're going camping. A bunch of us guys are gonna road trip down to South Carolina and camp on the beach for a week, just because we want to. So. All the action sports I do, you start terrible. You got to go in knowing that you're gonna suck. When I picked up a snowboard, fell on my butt 100,000 times, but through perseverance and getting back up, you start to get better. And I have this dumb line: you can never black belt any of my sports. You can never get to a point where you can't progress anymore. You can't say I master wakeboarding. I can do every single longboard move there is, because you can't. There's no one that can, and that's what's awesome about them is they're always evolving. I guess everybody knows it. This is the loud car with the roof rack. It's how everyone and all the stickers. I got this nerdy Honda Fit from my dad when I got my license, and when I got it, it was super grandma car, really basic, and I didn't have an option. It was my car, and not that it's a bad car. I love it, but I kind of took my own self and put me into it because I think it's a good representation of me. I got really lucky. My mom got a camera for Valentine's Day for my dad, and it was a decent DSLR, and she hated it because it was so big. She had tried to lug it around everywhere, so she got us a more compact one, and then that kind of just sat in the closet, and I took it out one day and kind of just messed around with it, and then got on YouTube and read the manual. I read the manual 1,000 times. I've recently gotten taking film pictures, and I take pictures of things that I want to remember, and usually it's me doing things with friends or doing cool things that I really want to forget. The first film photo I ever took, it was the very last day of school. Me and a bunch of dudes went out to Andrew Rediker's lake and tubed all day and wakeboarded and spent the night. It was pretty cold that day for some reason. And the sunset was gorgeous. And I had it was a little point and shoot Kodak I bought from Goodwill for $4. And the first ever one, and I developed it, and I was so proud of it. And it's my first one in my album. But it's this beautiful orange sunset on a lake. Now, GoPros are really cool. I got the first camera they started producing when they got big, and I think they're really cool because they give you a super sweet perspective of stuff that before could never be captured. I've got my selfie stick. It's a PVC pipe I cut and put a handle on it and just put the GoPro on the end. It gives you sick pictures from things that could never be captured before. I think one aspect, a lot of my hobbies take place outside and in the woods or with nature, in a lake or something. And it's given me a really big appreciation for the environment. And I think as I've grown older, I try to cut down, but I try to be kind of an environmentally conscious kid. We only have our one planet and one environment. We can't be messing that up, and I would hate to one day get to a point where we can't go in the woods, or we can't go wakeboard somewhere because lakes are being polluted and stuff like that because we've ruined it being man.